Double or Nothing is what? 2 weeks away? And the main event of Double or Nothing is going to be Hangman Adam Page defending his AEW World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk in a match for the ages, in a dream match itself. Because now it is finally time for CM Punk to have a world title match, for CM Punk to be in the main event, in a true main event of an AEW pay-per-view. 9 months in, almost 10 months in, can CM Punk become AEW World Champion? And the answer to that is, of course he can. Of course he can. Of course he can beat Hangman Adam Page. And everything that they've been booking, everything that they've been saying up to this point on Dynamite and on Rampage, it just seems like that might be the road that AEW is going to be taking. But the question I ask you all, and the question I'm asking AEW management is, are you willing to sacrifice Hangman Adam Page, a star you've created for the past 3 years, a star you've built up, someone you've told a story with for the past 3 years, to place the World Championship, your championship, your holy grail, your brass ring, on a man that, yes, he debuted, he made his return for AEW back in August of last year. And yes, he's brought in headlines. And yes, he's created some great moments in CM Punk. But he hasn't changed AEW in the least. Ratings haven't gone up. Revenue hasn't gone up. Nothing's changed with CM Punk returning to the wrestling business, with CM Punk making his return with AEW. Nothing's changed. Are you willing to sacrifice Hangman Adam Page for that? For a guy like CM Punk, who, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but by the way, CM Punk does not need to be world champion at all. He doesn't. He does not need to be the world champion at all. His name value, his pedigree, what he's done for the wrestling industry for the past 20 years, pretty much, what was it? 7+ years out of it. What he's done, that's enough. That's enough to give the fans what they want, to give the fans dream matches, and to honestly make money off of CM Punk. He doesn't need the world championship. He doesn't. Is AEW honestly willing to sacrifice one of their top guys, one of their top young up-and-comers, for CM Punk? And for me, the answer is yes. They are willing to do that. Because we've seen Christian Cage come in to AEW. We've seen The Big Show come in. We've seen Jeff Hardy come in. We've seen Matt Hardy come in. We've seen Jon Moxley come in. We've seen Chris Jericho come in. And many, many more to come. And they've all been placed in top positions. Because the ratio right now is, if you're a former WWE guy, you've got a top spot in AEW. That has been the case with All Elite Wrestling. And I don't fault them for that. They are the bigger names. They have lesser time in the wrestling industry than your younger guys. But again, AEW has got to really be careful with how they handle this, how they handle all of this. Because we are talking about the future of your industry, about the future of AEW, and Hangman Adam Page versus a guy in CM Punk who basically signed his return to the company last year and most likely will not re-sign with the company if his pay doesn't increase, if he doesn't get more of what he wants with the company when that term comes to pass. When his deal comes up, he's going to want to negotiate in a much higher value. And the fact of the matter is, like I said earlier, like I said a few minutes ago, CM Punk returning to AEW, CM Punk returning to the wrestling industry. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. The ratings for Dynamite and the ratings for Rampage are still hovering in the exact same position that they were before and after CM Punk made his return. So if I'm booking that show, if I'm booking Double or Nothing, Hangman Adam Page beats CM Punk. Hangman Adam Page retains his title. Because I'd rather have Hangman Page get that win on his belt and continue his title reign and eventually lose that championship to MJF rather than have CM Punk win that title at Double or Nothing and then end up having MJF beat CM Punk again for that world title. But that's just me. I know a lot of fans out there want to see CM Punk as world champion again. I don't think he needs it. I don't think Edge needs to be world champion in WWE again, ever again. That's just my thought. There comes a time when certain stars get to a point where they don't need the world championship to be a big deal. They're a big deal themselves, and that, my friends, is CM Punk. So if it were up to me, Hangman Adam Page retains at Double or Nothing, no questions asked. In a banger of a match, no doubt, CM Punk can still be portrayed as a top star in a losing effort at Double or Nothing. Will AEW go for it? I doubt it. I think they might end up putting the title on Punk, and if that does happen, we'll just wait and see what they do with it. So with that said, what do you think? Do you think it would be a good idea to put the title on CM Punk? Do you think it would be a good idea to keep Hangman Adam Page with the title? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions on the comment section below.